EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Oilers taking on the Dragons of Rio de Janeiro. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. When you look at this defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back to throw. Ortiz. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangwu now from his end zone. Escapes the defender. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's got him in. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, I mean, who would have thought this? A team based in South America, this inaugural season, these folks so excited, and with good reason. This is the NFL continuing to show that it's not just an American pastime, really becoming a global game, and what an addition to the league this will be. Now Cook. And complete to Drake London. Now they can't bring him down. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Throwing, Cook. But they'll say it's incomplete. Drake London, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short. But you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try the left side. Durant. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dragons are able to add on to that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Play action. Ortiz looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Ortiz. That is caught. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 70 yards. And the Oilers are an extra point away from evening this one up. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To throw is Cook. To throw on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 40 yards on the ground.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Cook. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now Cook looking to throw on 2nd down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dragons are able to stretch out their lead. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To throw on 2nd down, Ortiz. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Off play action. Ortiz. Throw left side, caught by the Porter. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers have cut the lead back down to 2. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Durant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Cook. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ortiz, off play action. That is caught by Laporta. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Houston.
Here's Ortiz. Off the play fake. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw. Ortiz. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Fant from 3 yards out. And the Oilers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cook throws right back to London, complete again. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
He's got his man, London, right side. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards.
4-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Durant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Now a give right side. Durant down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Durant, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Cook now, throwing on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now an audible here into something else.
At the 32-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Cook, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone.
but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Durant, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So now then the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nolan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
32, Dragons 23. Jack Fox set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Cook throwing after the interception. Looking for London on the out route complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Cook. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Ortiz sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Down inside the 10. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Jamison Williams. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Oilers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution.
And now the rookie's free through the middle of the field. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Off the play fake, Ortiz. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll look to throw again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Byron Young there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Back to throw. Ortiz. And it's It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Rio,